Part of this is to kind of get that ball rolling and get the process rolling. So when fall begins, you're not totally overwhelmed by starting new classes and starting the college process. So we give you a little bit of preview and a little bit of things to do over the summer to just take some of that stress down. This grade is very familiar with Naviance. We had you guys do your personality profile and stuff like that. And what it does is it tells you kind of who you are. It's really fun, actually. You can read the diagnostic, and it'll tell you what kind of personality you are and your shortcomings and stuff like that. So it's very fun. So make sure you do that. I did mine, and it takes, I don't know, a half hour maybe of just answering questions back and forth. The first thing we're going to go to is the colleges tab, okay, because that's what most of us are here to learn about. If you are applying to a community college or you don't know yet, maybe you're kind of in the middle, all this is useful for you. If you do attend a community college, 2 years goes by so fast. So if you're even set on going to community college, this stuff is not a waste of your time because you'll be doing that process very shortly. Search colleges. A lot of students just apply to colleges that they hear of. They don't think about different schools and they forget about private schools. One of the biggest things when you're doing the search is what size school. I mean, there's a huge difference between attending a school that has 40,000 students and one that's maybe twice as big as Oak Park. But look at specifics, because at campus, you know, you're going to be there for 4 years, or 2 if you're transferring. The little tab at the top, the colleges I'm thinking about, for you guys who can't see in the back, you can put as many colleges as you want in there, and it'll pull up statistics from our student body and tell you pretty much your odds of getting in. There's actually a comparison thing you can click, or you can click the scattergrams and it'll show you where you are on a graph. How does it know? Well, it relies on you guys putting in your SAT score. We load it up with the GPA from school, and there's a scattergram. See, zillions of people applied to the school, so it's UCLA, so it's very popular. So, you know, if you're near the green zone, you're like, okay, my odds are good. But if you're like way over, you know, it's not. And then there's weird ones that are like anomalies. Those are probably dance students or art students.
And although you can't see it because it's very tiny type, when you're looking at your screen, for example, this has my name, the GPA for me, and my SAT score, so I can kind of see the average for this school is up here.
When you're finally in your senior year, you just transfer them to colleges I'm thinking about, to colleges I'm applying to. And then you don't transfer the ones you're not applying to. College match, what's nice is when you put in your data, it'll come out, which is your SAT score and your GPA's in there, it'll give you colleges that already match you. So you can kind of go surfing and see what's interesting, and then you can actually use the other program. There's a built-in program, and you put in all these parameters, size of school, do you want football teams, all different kinds of things that you think you would like, and it'll come up with colleges for you.
We input your GPA, so that's already pre-input. You have to update your SAT scores. So there's several places you can do that, right here on the colleges tab, or under About Me. There's a place where you can update your test scores. So as you take your SATs or ACTs or subject tests or APs, edit this so that you have accurate data.
The most important take-home message is going to be a thing called task lists. So on either About Me or My Planner, both of them have it, you'll get a list of tasks.
Every one of these tasks is designed to interact with you. So for example, everyone has to build a resume who wants to request a letter of recommendation from a teacher or counselor. You click on the Build Resume task. There's going to be a brief explanation of what the task is about, and then there will be a link for you to go in and do something. And it just so happens Naviance has a really high-tech resume builder that you just go in, choose whatever categories you want to update, you type in the information, and once you save it, it actually saves it into a professionally formatted resume that you can use for your own purposes. I know I do, and I think Ms. Reese and Ms. Heeney's situation we do. We actually upload and attach those resumes to our letters of recommendation. So not only does it help us understand you, but it also is something that goes out with you. So using that as an example, every one of your tasks, you click on it, it will explain to you what the task is, and then there will be a link for you to go in and work on that task. And then you have the ability to say, I'm done with this, Every single task over here has either an add comment link, you can click, type, or raise hand, and then she can respond to you.
Using your email in senior year is really important because we will announce colleges visiting, scholarships, meetings that we have. So please make sure your email is current.
You can update your address, your phone number, you want to change your own password, you can do all of that in either the profile or the account settings.
The senior year page just goes through specifically all the like nitty-gritty things that you'll be doing in senior year. So if you want a little preview of that. We don't want to talk about it now because by the time fall hits, everyone will forget. And that's what our fall meeting will be about. We are linked to Facebook now. So we have a counseling Facebook page where things are posted like college visits. Naviance has a Facebook page, and now you can actually put Naviance as a phone app on your phone. A lot of students ask, what should I be doing in the summer? You know, this is kind of your last boost before you apply to colleges. So summer things that you can do is take a college class, go to a summer camp, you could work at a summer camp. The colleges want a well-rounded student body like all of you, but they want, you know, the artist, the ball player, the engineering kind of guy, and all that kind of stuff. They don't want you to be every one of those kind of people in one person. So if you're looking for things to do over the summer, do what you love. What I do when I'm writing a letter is I'll print the resume, I'll print the recommendation that you wrote for me to include in my letter. You want to make sure that you write out things that they're explicit. You know, don't put, I was in the JPL club, and then I have to go find you. The most important thing for you is to know where the surveys are for both your teachers, Ms. Schulteis's survey, other teachers would like you to fill out a questionnaire so that when they're writing your letter of rec, you know, they know personal things about you, how much you talked in class, did you have a sense of humor. There's other things that you want a teacher to know about, you certainly want me to know about. The senior year, when you write out all this stuff about, you know, like maybe some circumstances you went through that were hard, those are things that a college wants to know and that I can express in a letter. So it's really important on that. We used to call it a brag sheet. You really want to brag about yourself. Don't be too humble because I'm writing it, so it's not like you're bragging about yourself. So that's a place for you to say some accomplishments you did, some struggles you went through, maybe why your grades dipped one semester. Anything and everything should really go in there. It used to be 15 questions. What are we down to, 10 now? Okay, so we lessened it a little. We really put in the things that end up going in our letter. On the About Me is all the different questionnaires, the college questionnaires. Certain teachers will say, go to number 1 and fill it out for me. Ms. Schulteis and Ms. Litton have theirs labeled. It's kind of nice how the college process flows. First, you'll do the application process right when we come back in the fall. And then pretty much when you're finished with that, we start with the scholarship. Some of them start a little earlier, but they kind of follow a window, and financial aid and all that starts after your applications are in. One other thing that's very important is this thing called early action. Colleges want to know who their students are sooner. So, as a result, everyone's trying to apply early. You're putting yourself in a more competitive pool. And if you do apply early, you really want to be committed to that school. Some of them are binding, so if you get in, you're going. So it puts a lot of pressure on you guys to get everything all organized and done by these early deadlines, because they can be as early as October. And you can also throw Naviance parties. So you can all bring your laptops together and bring food and just do your task list. And, you know, it gets it done in a fun way.